When they touch your nipple, do they tip well at least or not?
No! More masculine you are, the more boys you're gonna get, for sure. You can order food to your house, you can order boys to your house, you can just basically get it all delivered. There's no gay club ever bigger than Bogota. I started going to nightclubs at like 15. He was way older than me.
How much older?
Older.
Oh no.
You're a lazy gay.
I am very lazy gay.
Stop reaching over the bar to try to touch the bartenders. They are badass ex for sure.
Alright guys, welcome to the podcast. Today we are filming at night. I'm here with my friend Sebastian.
Hello, hey everyone.
Sebastian, where are you from?
I am Colombian.
So we have a hot Colombian guy today with us. Please don't forget to smash the like button, follow Sebastian on Instagram. We're gonna go through his deepest, darkest secrets about Colombian gay life and what it's like to be gay in Colombia and New York City. The very basic question I always ask, are you gay?
I am gay, yeah, very, 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 very gay.
Were you always gay or you were bisexual or you're thinking you're bisexual?
No, I think I was always gay. Yeah,
Okay.
Since I was a little boy, probably when I was 6, 7, I already knew I like all the boys.
So you already knew when you were 6?
Oh yeah, for sure.
How did you know when you were 6?
Because I was attracted to my friends, and I was just very wanting to experiment and do things and hey, how does this feel? Or stuff like that. So I was always very curious. So from a very young age, I think I figured it out. I was oh yeah, this is what I like.
Do you remember the first guy who you're was it your friend who you're oh, he's hot?
Oh yeah, nah.
Or it was an actor or someone?
I don't think it was oh my god, he's hot, because I was such a young little boy. I thought it was more oh, I like my friend. He's kind of really cool. What if we just take our clothes off and see what happens?
Okay.
It will be more just like that. Ooh, should we just take our pants off and see what happens? Let's just hang out in our underwear or stuff like that.
Were all your guys friends that were straight?
I think so.
At least now.
I think so. At least at that point, I think they were.
When did you actually came out?
Well, I came out when I was, I would say 14.
That's pretty early.
14, 15. Yeah. My coming out story was just very random. It was stupid, to be honest. I was I have a little sister. She's 2 years younger than me. And for some reason we got into a fight. And I ended up slapping the shit out of my sister. And
that's not problematic at all.
Not problematic at all. Don't do that. Obviously, don't stop your siblings. But for some reason I did. I was angry or whatever. And then my mom got so angry at me. She was really angry. And she was like, how dare you do that to your sister? Nobody does that. The only people that hate women are faggots.
Oh, no way.
And
she said it?
I was oh. So you think, so what you're saying is that you think gay people are horrible and they're horrible people. And then I just busted crying and I locked myself in the bathroom. And then my mom was just Sebastian, get out of there. Sebastian, salte. And I was okay. So I opened the door and then my mom walks in and she was tell me what's going on. I know something's wrong with you. What's happening? What is all these emotions coming from? And I was because you told me that the only people that hate women and that are horrible are gay people. And you know what? I am gay.
Oh, that's how you said it?
I went to my mom like that.
What did she say?
My mom would just I think she just went like this. She went I kind of knew it.
Oh, she said she knew.
Yeah, she was kind of knew it. It's okay. Don't worry. We just got to go tell your dad immediately right now.
Okay. Well, how was the dad?
And then I was no, but my dad, why are we going to tell my dad? It's just, can we keep it between us for now? And then she was no, we're going immediately to tell your dad. He's in the room. Let's just go talk to your dad. And then we went to my dad and I'm crying. My mom's crying. Everyone's just bawling. And then my dad is what's going on? What's going on? Why are you guys crying? What's wrong? What's wrong? And then my mom, she looked at me. I looked at her and I go and then she's Sebastian's got something to tell you.
Okay, he's gay.
And I was I'm not saying nothing. And then my mom just looked at my dad. He goes, Sebastian's gay. Sebastian is gay. And I was and then my dad just looked at me and he goes, he just put his hands in his head.
How was his reaction?
That was his reaction. He just basically was he was just shocked. And then he just brought his hands to his head and then he just looked at me and he goes, are you sure? And I'm like, yeah, I think I'm sure. And he goes, well, sometimes when you're a teenager, you get confused and you never know. Maybe you're just going through a phase or something. And I was like, this phase has lasted for a long time. Like I'm pretty sure what I want. And that's what it was. And then my dad was like, okay, you know what? Like, I love you. You're my son.
Such a good story.
It's
Everyone
great.
is so everyone is so nice.
No, it was very nice. My dad was just like, just give me some time to get used to it. I just don't want you
Don't bring the group
Yeah,
party.
he was just like, don't bring boys into the house. Yeah, like don't be bringing people. Just give me some time to adjust. And I did. I gave him like 3 months.
Okay, that's
And
not
then,
a
and then
lot.
I brought boys home.
You were like 14, 15.
I was, yeah.
How was your friend's reaction?
Well, my friends were pretty okay for the most part. All my friends at that point were mostly girls.
That's why your mom knew.
Yeah, exactly. I've always said just like girls were my safe space. That's why sometimes I don't understand like when gay people or gay boys don't like girls in general. They don't want them around or like. And I'm like, do you forget who was there when you were a kid and you had no friends and the boys were like just bullying you and stuff? It was always girls. Or at least in my case, it was always like my girlfriends were always there to defend me and support me and just love me. So it was always them. So I think it was never a problem. I guess everyone knew, you know, like I guess everyone just knew I was just, obviously I was a little flamboyant little boy.
Do you have a story how the guys in high school tried to bully and the girlfriend protected you?
Oh yeah, definitely.
Like, do you remember one? I remember one, like in the nightclub. The girl
Yeah?
just put her hand and she's like, "Don't touch him." And I was like 14. She was like 17. And the guy was like, who tried to beat me up was like 22.
At the club, but you were 14.
Yeah, I started going since I was 12. So
To the clubs.
yeah. It's pretty early because you could basically lie, or if you have older girlfriends, they could get you in. Or even like 12-year-old girlfriends, they were looking like 17.
Yeah.
So we could go to nightclubs.
I started going to nightclubs at 15.
Yeah,
When
so
I got
pretty similar.
I got my first fake ID when I was 15 for sure. But I was lucky enough that my parents will take me to the clubs and my
Yeah, my
parents will
mother
pick me
too,
up
yeah.
from the clubs and do those things. But one story that I remember is when I was in probably middle school. I was around like 13. And I was just hanging out with my friends and we were just like in break or whatever. And then these 3 boys just came up to us and they started just like screaming shit at me and just being like calling me names. In Colombia they call you like different kind of names. They will call you cracker if you're a kid. If you're a gay boy, they'll call you metal, which is medalla or whatever. They will give you names. So they will like start calling me names. And then they kind of like, my friends just kind of like stand up and start screaming like, what's your problem? What's your problem with him? Do you have a problem with him? You have
And
a
he
problem
just
with
stood
all of
there.
us. I was just like sitting there. I was just like,
They just, oh wait.
I was just, I don't want to get involved. I don't want to get beat up or something. So the boys came over and then my friend Sada, I remember, she was like, what's your problem with him? And he was like, oh, because he's just a fag. And she just looked at him, grabbed him from his shirt, and we were like, you know, like a little hill that we were sitting. She grabbed him from the shirt and pushed this boy off the hill, and he just
The girl did it.
yes, and he just went down the hill, and
That's an ally.
his friends just kind of like walk away or something. But I was like, oh my god, she just like bit the shit out of this kid. She defended me, and all my friends were there to see it, so it was pretty satisfying.
Yeah.
To see my little blonde little
Are
girlfriend.
you still friends with her?
Yes, we're
Till
still
today.
friends.
What was it like growing up in Colombia gay? Because I have no idea. Is it like acceptable to be gay in Colombia, or it depends on the part where you are?
I think it depends the city that you're growing up. Thankfully, Medellin, my city, is pretty open-minded. I never had issues with people growing up being gay, but you obviously hear stories from different families. Everyone has a different story. But in my case, it was pretty cool. People always treated me nice. And
Do they have like gay flags on the street and stuff, or no?
I don't think on the streets.
Like we have here in Hell's Kitchen.
Oh no.
No,
Definitely
nothing like
not.
this.
No, also because it's a different like our culture is a little different. We do have our gay bars and we do have our gay clubs and stuff like that, but not so many. We have just a few of them.
But I heard some of them are very big.
in the capital,
Yeah.
yes, in Bogota, they have this huge club called Teatron. It's a ginormous club. It has like 10 different clubs in one.
And it's mostly gay people.
Yeah, it's all gay people in that one.
Okay,
All,
so no ladies.
There's there might be some ladies.
Okay.
Yeah, there might be some ladies. Girls love coming to the gay clubs, and you will see them. But it's huge. But in my city in Colombia, we have a couple of them. But I think the culture in my city is more so that we all go together to the same place. It's not like
separated.
segregated kind of. No, it's just all go to the same place. Like we all go to the same clubs. We all go to the same bars. We all mingle, and you get to meet gay people and straight people in the same places because we don't have that kind of mentality of like, oh, you guys have to be over there and we have to be over here. It's pretty much like, let's just all hang out, I think. So,
okay, so it's pretty easy.
Yeah, I think so. In my experience, yeah.
Okay, I have a lot of rumors from Colombia.
Okay.
When they're ultra masculine, they say they want ultra masculine guys. If they say in Colombia, if you're mask for mask, you're good. If you're too much girly, not good. Is that truth or it's not?
That's 100% true.
Okay,
yes.
So why everyone is obsessed with masculinity in Colombia?
I don't know why people are so obsessed with masculinity. Even if you go to the gay clubs, all the boys dress like a straight boy and they all have like the same haircuts and the same kind of outfits and they all want to look very straight passing.
Okay, interesting.
For some reason, people are attracted to masculinity more so than femininity. Not always. I think it's just a facade. I think it's the facade.
But I heard a lot of like multiple people told me that it's very mask for mask.
Oh yeah, definitely.
And if you're like
the more masculine you are, the more boys you're gonna get for sure.
Okay.
Because it's in our culture. We're Latin people, and so we have that macho mentality, all the thing that masculinity is what's attractive and masculinity is what you want to like go after. I think it's probably changing a little bit, but it's always been like that people just want the mask for mask. And
interesting.
Yeah.
Do you think it comes from people being more DL? Or is it just like
there's a lot of people that are very DL, especially in Medellin. A lot of straight boys, a lot of like closeted gays pretending to be straight. That happens pretty much all the time. I would say 50% of the time people will pretend to be straight when they're not.
That's pretty
Or
high.
they will have girlfriends. They will have a lot of girlfriends, and then like they'll start like texting their gay friend and they're like, hey, do you want to go, let's go to the gym or let's hang out and blah blah blah, and then they end up the gay boys.
Interesting.
Yeah.
While having a girlfriend.
While having girlfriends, while having wives, while having kids.
Okay, so what's advice to the ladies who have guys who assume that they're gay? Like, how do you know that they're gay? Or like, how do you know they're doing something on down low? Like, do you know like any patterns?
Do you even know?
I don't know.
Like, can you even know? I don't know.
No, I don't know. I'm asking like if there's any patterns. Like, do they go to the gym extra often? All the gyms, bro. Maybe they're gay.
I think it will probably be if the straight boys out of nowhere want to start hanging out too much with you and your gay friends.
Okay, yeah, makes sense.
Not so much as like like you're gay and hang out with you, fine. Do you want to go to the gym with me once a week? Fine. Do you want to see me more than 3 times a week? Kind of suspicious.
Okay, so makes sense. Interesting that there's so many DL guys there.
Oh yeah, for sure. So many. So many.
So Colombian guys like mask for mask, and Colombian.
Hey, don't burn me. I don't know. I'm not saying everybody.
Not everybody.
It's not the norm. I'm just saying from
Just what
my
I've
experience,
heard, yeah.
what I've heard. I'm not saying that's what it is. It's what I observed and what I had to go through when I was there. But yeah, a lot of mask.
Do they have like any like gay shows there or no? Like RuPaul or something?
No. But we did have a show years ago, like maybe 15 years ago, probably, when we had a comedy telenovela called Los Reyes, which is the Kings. It was this family, and there was a transgender girl portraying a transgender person.
Okay,
and
that's progress.
That was a lot of progress, especially for a country that's never seen a trans person on TV being the main role and just being celebrated and loved by everyone, because the whole country loved this girl. Everyone was obsessed with her. She was the funniest. It was just really cool to see people just welcoming this girl and national TV when we seem to have like a kind of like a close-minded mentality.
When did you leave? Why did you left like Colombia, I think?
I left a long time ago, a few years. I'm not saying how many.
Yeah, we're not saying like, but a few years,
No,
yeah.
just kidding. No, I left a long time ago. I left in 2011.
Okay, that's a long time, yeah.
Yeah, I moved to London,
Oh,
from Medellin to London, and then I lived there for a while, moved around in Europe, and lived in a couple different places in Europe too.
how long you lived in London for?
I lived in London for 4.5 years.
Oh, that's a long time.
Yeah.
Where in London?
Yeah, my dad kind of like moved to Europe when he was also like 17, 16. So I grew up hearing all these stories about my dad in Europe and how awesome it was and how easy it was to travel and that you can go to so many different places being in Europe. And also I used to be obsessed with British accent. I thought it was cool. I thought it sounded so good. I used to love this show called Made in Chelsea, and I would just like watch them and hear them, and I just wanted to study English in there. So that was the main reason I moved to London.
Did
the
you
first
like
time.
London?
I loved it.
Why did you
It
leave?
was a blast because I just didn't have more money to keep paying for school.
Okay.
So it was just like if you want to live here, you have to keep spending thousands of pounds to be in the country. And I was like, well, I can't do that.
Can you work there once you're on a student visa or no?
It's very hard. They give you only like 10 hours a week.
Oh yeah, so you can.
So you basically can not make any money at all. I still got a bunch of different jobs. I started bartending also in London when I was like 18. So I will do different things like flyer boys outside the gay clubs and all these things that you could get like on the side to make some money.
Do you remember the gay club? It's called the Gay.
GAY.
Yeah.
Yeah, GAY. I work for
Is
them.
it bigger than in Bogota?
No.
Smaller?
There's no gay club ever bigger than Bogota.
Really?
Bigger than Teatron in Bogota. It's huge. And I've been to a lot of different clubs in a lot of different places. But I think Teatron in Bogota is a must. If you ever go to Bogota, you go to Colombia, you have to see this club. It's crazy big.
We should go to Colombia now.
Oh my God, Colombia is amazing. And there's
Is it-
so many places to go to, not just Medellin or Bogota. Like the coast is gorgeous, Cartagena. There's islands, San Andres, Santa Marta. There's so many places that you can go to.
So
Really fun.
do you ever want to go back to live there?
I don't know if I want to go back to live there. Maybe in the future for sure. But I found my home here in New York, and I am very content living here. I love this place. It's where I feel that I
How
belong.
many years you've been in New York now?
It's gonna be 5 years
Okay, so
now
that's
in
pretty long.
December.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's the biggest difference between like living in New York for you and living in London? Because they compare those cities a lot.
Okay,
So-
first off, London dies at 2 a.m.
Oh yeah, true. Yeah, I forgot. Yeah.
2 a.m. There's
You go to
nothing
sleep.
else. Everyone goes to sleep, but you have to do like the keys in there, which I'm not very into. And also, the weather sucks. It's so bad.
You think it's worse than here?
What?
The weather, yeah.
In New York, you at least have seasons.
Okay.
It's like you have a very strong winter for a few months. Then you have spring, which is also pretty nice. Then you have the summer, which is the best summer in the world. New York summer is the best summer in the world.
I disagree.
Why?
I think no one is in the city in New York. I think
Because
people go to Hamptons or go to Fire Island, and everyone who cannot afford it, they're staying in New York.
That's
or
still
people
New York,
who have
though. It's not New York City, but still New York.
so you consider Fire Island and Hamptons
New York? Yeah, it is New York.
Okay, so
It's just not New York City. It's
so
still
you
New
cannot
York
be in
City.
Manhattan, but yeah.
It's
Well,
still-
I just feel like everyone just goes to Hamptons and Fire Island. All the gay clubs are dead. Besides August.
I mean, the gay
Oh,
clubs.
sorry. Besides June.
The gay clubs, but there's so many things you can do in the city or around the city or like obviously Fire Island, the Hamptons. You can go to New Jersey and go to the beach in New Jersey. You can go to the pier here in New York. You can go to the park. You can go to so many things. There's festivals happening all the time. There's a bunch of
Horsemeat
DJs,
disco.
Horsemeat Disco, Battle Ham. So many cool things that are happening in New York. I've never felt like, oh, I don't want to be in New York. I might just want to go away for a weekend, but I still want to be in New York for the summer, for sure.
So London summer doesn't exist?
For like 2 weeks.
That's it?
Ugh.
What's the rest of the what's the rest of the London summer?
The rest of the land, it's just rain and it's great all the time. But it's beautiful. I mean, the city is beautiful. It's gorgeous. When it comes to culture, it's so cool.
It's only rainy, so there is no really good weather.
No, there is not. They will probably have 2-3 weeks of good weather.
Interesting.
A year.
Okay. So I understand why people are depressed sometimes there.
Yeah, I feel like, yeah, most people complain about the weather because it is shit.
We do have a hot summer in New York City, so there is a summer here, and there are seasons here.
Yeah,
I
that's what
agree.
I'm saying. Like you at least you
Fall
feel
is the best.
You feel the seasons here.
Yeah, I feel like now it's the best. Fall in New York City, nothing compares to it.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Because you can go and there is so many decorations of Halloween. People are taking pictures, a lot of tourists.
And it's still sunny and pretty outside, but the wind starts being cool and
You can
and
wear the
nice.
hoodie and go to the gym. So
Best outfit, hoodie and shorts. You
yeah,
know?
I like hoodie and shorts.
Hoodie
I
and
agree.
shorts, you can wear
You can
all
have
day
a
long.
Starbucks or maybe whatever you have. How's the fall in London? Just like boring.
I guess fall in London is pretty.
Okay.
Still very rainy. Rain. But
I remember when I visited, like there was a lot of rain there.
yeah, but it's still pretty because it's fall, so you're kind of like waiting for the call to be there. So you're like, okay, okay, it's gonna be a little chilly, but you can still see the leaves change, and like you see all the streets kind of like yellow when all the leaves like fall, and it's still very pretty. And I think fall will probably be the best season to be in London for sure, because it's not extremely cold. It's not this summer that you expect to be warm, and it's not, but it's enjoyable.
How old you were when you got your first boyfriend?
When I got my first boyfriend, I
Yeah.
was 16, 17.
That's pretty early.
I know.
Okay, how was it? Was it cute or was it like just like regular?
It was okay. It was just this random dude that didn't even live in the city. He was way older than me.
How much older?
Older.
Oh no. You were 16 and he was older.
Yes. I was very into like always been into older than me, even with my friends. My friends were, I was 15 and all my friends will be 24, 25, 26. That's changed a lot now.
So how was like dynamic?
We will just like hang out. He'll come to my house. We'll hang out. He'll pick me up in his car and we'll just drive around. And
Because your parents were afraid of it or no?
my parents are so chill, bro.
Okay.
They're extremely chill. My parents are like, whatever makes you happy.
Did you feel like having a power dynamic that because he is older, he might influence you more?
Yes,
And
yes.
do you regret it or no?
I do regret it I do regret it, yes. Because I feel that I was very obviously naive. I was a kid and he was kind of like taking advantage of the fact that he was older and he felt a little powerful. And so he would be like, you need to do this. I feel like you need to dress like this, or I feel like you have to say this thing. So he would make remarks like stupid remarks. Now that I'm like
What kind of remarks?
older,
Give
I'm
me
just
an
like,
example.
how
That's good.
can you like take someone saying this to you? It's ridiculous. But he would be like, hey, listen, we're gonna hang out with some of my friends. They're a little older. They're like over 30 now. But I want you to listen, but don't talk.
Oh.
And I would be like, what? What do you mean? What do you mean don't talk? Like, do you think I'm dumb or stupid? Or like, obviously I probably was. I was 16. So if you talk
But
to
you
me like,
also don't have to hang out with 30 years old. Yeah.
exactly. But then I was just like, why am I taking this? And now that I think about it, I was like, so dumb. So
don't date someone who's 30 or over 25 or
if you are 16,
If you're
stick to
16
your pool, stick to the 16, 17, 18-year-olds.
yeah, if you're 16, don't date someone who is much older than you.
Definitely.
Not gonna work.
Has never done, like he's never worked.
So how long you guys been dating?
So I dated him for a whole year.
Oh, that's a long time.
Yeah, I did it. Most of my relationships have always been over a year. I've never had like a short, tiny little relationship.
So how did you break up? Because he tried to hang out with his brother.
No, I think it was I just got fed up of
Don't talk.
just him trying to patronize me or make me feel like I just felt stupid all the time. I was like, this dude doesn't respect me. He doesn't see me as an equal. He doesn't. So I'm probably just gonna like head out. And I told him, I was like, I'm done. Like, you know what? Like, this isn't working. I'm done.
Period.
Yeah.
What was the longest relationships you've had with a guy?
My longest relationship
Yeah.
was 5 years.
That's a long time.
Yeah.
You still dating or no?
No,
Were you guys open or monogamous?
monogamous. We
Okay.
were monogamous for 5 years, and it was something. It was something. Let's say it was something. I learned a lot. Yeah.
You sound so sad.
No, I
You
learned a
sound
lot.
so sad.
Hey, I learned how to speak Portuguese.
Okay.
So that every time I think about my relationship, that was so freaking
You learned
that
that.
I spent 5 years of my life running around the world with this guy.
You guys live together?
Yes.
Okay.
But then every time I think about it, I'm like, hey, Sebastian, you know what? It's fine. You learn Portuguese. You're fluent in Portuguese, and now you have a third language. And I was like, okay, cool.
Was he living in Portugal?
No, we met when I lived in London.
Okay.
So we were living in London, and then we just move around.
What's the biggest takeaway from like 5-year relationships you think with him? With him.
No, with them, I would say
What did
Don't-
you learn
don't-
besides
don't-
Portuguese?
just don't let someone make you lose yourself.
What do you mean by losing
Like
yourself?
a lot of the times when you're so into this relationship and you're just so caught up in us making this work or something, you kind of forget about who you are as a person and what your values are and what you want for your own life. And like, I feel like a lot of people do that when they're in a toxic relationship or a very long relationship. It's kind of like you lose yourself. And it's just like what I took away is like I'm always going to put myself first. From now on is me first. What's gonna make me happy, what's gonna put me forward in life, what's gonna work for me specifically, and not always trying to make someone else happy.
Do you think it was your fault that you lost yourself in it because you wanted to make it work so bad?
I feel it was,
was it
part.
mutual?
I feel like it was like 50-50.
Okay.
I do believe that when something bad is happening to you and you stay in that situation, it's a lot of your fault too. We all have the choice to leave. We all have the choice to decide to quit. But if you stay there because you want to, it's kind of like your own fault too.
So guys in London versus guys in New York, where do you think they're hotter?
Ooh.
Or they're equal or...
Nah, they're hot in New York for sure.
Not London.
No, London boys are really hot too.
Okay.
Super pretty.
But New York is winning.
But New York is winning.
Okay,
New
makes
York
sense.
wins.
What's
hands
about New York
down.
guys?
It's
Is
just
it diversity or...
It's diversity. It's the attitude. It's the go-get it all, like go-get attitude. Like
Cutthroat,
most people here
carrier
are determined.
Yeah.
They know who they are. Their personalities are more like, like just cool and nice and driven, and I like that. And also, diversity helps a lot.
What about Colombian versus New York? Like Bogota versus New York? Where do you think they're hotter?
Baby. I mean, I think that depends on your taste.
Yeah, I mean,
Just
your personality overall.
if you're into, I don't know, because like if you're into Latin boys, obviously Colombia
yeah.
is the place for you to go.
Overall character.
If you want passion and lots of emotions and fun, Latin boys, Colombians for sure. You're gonna get all of that. You get the pretty.
They're better in sex.
With the yes,
Okay.
definitely.
Let us know in comments.
Yeah, we're better at sex. I just said it. We
Yeah.
are better at sex for sure.
Okay, but if you want... You said if you want a passion, it's Colombian.
Yes, but if you are into white boys, then obviously not Colombia.
Okay.
It's like not Colombia. That's not your thing.
Yeah. Okay,
Yeah.
makes sense. I like it. So let us know, guys, if you have Colombian boys or whatever, or New York boys. What do you prefer more? I'm
yeah.
curious if we don't really have Colombian audience, but maybe we'll get something from
We
it.
will have Colombian
Yeah.
audience. I know we do.
Do they have like, okay, what's like famous people? Do they have like famous gay people in Colombia or no? Like creators or...
Yeah,
They
there's
do.
this. I don't know how famous, but I will say popular, very popular.
Like singers or actors?
Ooh.
Or they're all closeted?
Ooh, I don't know. I
Let
don't
us
think we
know,
have like
guys.
openly gay
Yeah.
artists. No,
You don't
but
have.
influencers. There's a bunch of influencers that are from
But not
Colombia.
like
that are
big
very,
actor.
now,
Okay.
now,
We
not
still
that I
have
know
to-
of.
Yeah, we still have to work on it.
Yeah, I mean everyone. Nothing. I'm not gonna say it. I'm not gonna say
Don't
it.
expose it. Okay, I have a very serious question.
Okay.
You're a Colombian, hard Latin man, as you said yourself. What's your body count? If you can say, you can skip this question. Okay.
I play the fifth.
The fifth?
Yeah, I skip.
Okay, cool.
Because
Give us our assumptions.
I don't think we can fit them in this hand for sure.
We can leave assumptions in
Let me
comments,
see.
guys.
1, 2. Yeah.
There's not enough hands.
Not enough hands.
Okay, yeah. I honestly respect it. Mine is like over 60, 70, I think.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Okay, good run. You saw that good run
No,
over
it's
here.
just I was a little horny at some point.
Yeah.
Not anymore, but
Not anymore.
I mean maybe a little bit sometimes. So
Because if you say that you had over 60 just at the beginning of your gay career, that's a lot of people in like a whole
some
like a
people-
2 years.
Some people have like 10,000, so you know.
How do you even 10,000 people?
I don't know. You just like do
Do
it
you have to
every
them like
day,
every single like
I have no idea.
you will have to like at least one person every single day for how many years for you to 10,000?
Probably like 20. I don't know.
And probably multiple orgies a month.
Yeah, I can actually go to the orgy and it can go up very quickly.
Yeah, or
that
if
can
you go to
help.
an orgy when there's like 20, 30 people,
Yeah.
then there's 30 people
Have you
right
been
there.
to- have you been to an orgy?
I have not been to an orgy, unfortunately.
Okay, never been
No,
to. Never
I've
done group sex.
no.
So,
Well, group, yes,
But
not big enough to be an orgy.
yeah. I think orgy is like probably like 20 people. It's a
I
big
think I
one.
think orgies. I think orgies are like maybe more than 5 is an orgy.
Oh, okay. I thought a little too bad.
So maybe you're happy.
No. No, 5 people is I can barely handle one. So
Yeah,
it's too
same.
much
I feel like when having sex is there's nothing like giving your whole attention to that one person.
What do you think is ideal sex length? Like how long gay sex should last with pre-game and everything?
I mean, I don't think there's such a thing as a time limit.
Just like what do you like? Like I like 5 minutes.
Shut up.
I like 5 minutes.
You
and
are lying.
No, I
5
like-
minutes.
Okay, maybe 11.
5 minutes you can just probably kiss.
Maybe 11 minutes with everything.
Oh my god. No, mine is definitely longer than that. I'm not saying I go for hours, but I will probably say at least an hour.
An hour
Yeah, you're saying with everything. No?
with like total pre-game.
like
yeah.
the pre-game, the kissing, the feeling, then the f***ing.
An
and then,
hour.
yeah, probably an hour.
Whew, that's a
Is
lot.
that a lot?
I mean, I don't
That's
know.
a lot of what you're a lazy gay.
I am very lazy gay. I'm not gonna regret this one.
No, at least an hour. I mean, if you're in a hurry, 25, 30 minutes is a good bust.
Yeah.
But if you're doing the whole thing, then well, let's hook up and let's come to my house and make out and all that. Probably an hour for sure.
No, I
Yeah.
respect that. I respect people who get lost. It's pretty good.
I mean, I've heard people that say like, I want sex for at least 3 hours. I would say 3 hours. That's a lot.
I have a question. You work in a gay nightclub here. If you had a chance to ask gay people stop doing one thing in the bars, what it would be? Because you work in a
Stop reaching over the bar to try to touch the bartenders.
okay.
That's not nice.
So people do this a lot.
Absolutely. You know what people do all the time?
What?
Because we work at my bar, we work shirtless, and people just feel the freedom to reach across the bar and just pinch my nipples.
Oh, ew! Don't touch my
Isn't
nipples.
that weird?
Yeah.
I think that's pretty weird that you just see like a stranger and then you just go like, hey, hi, oh my god, let me pinch your nipple.
And they do this.
Often. Very often.
So that's number one. Stop
That
doing.
is number
stop,
one.
Stop touching other people's
just
nipples.
just don't touch the people that are not asking you to touch them, you know? Just don't touch them.
How like why is it happens like with girls, guys, like or it doesn't matter? Everyone does it.
No, it's mostly guys for sure. Guys have the courage to just feel free to touch you. Girls are more flirty, but they won't touch you as much.
Okay.
At least in my experience. Girls will be more like, hey, what's up? And you'll be like, hey. And she'll be like, oh my God, you're hot. And you'll be like, thanks. And then they would just like stand across the bar and just like start dancing and looking at you and touching their boobs and stuff.
That makes sense. Yeah.
But that's more so like, okay, you can do that. Yeah, you do that. I don't care.
When they touch your nipple, do they tip well at least or not?
No.
Okay.
I would say at least tip me a $5, just give me a $5 and just rub my nipple. But people will just like be so blunt to just press no tip. And I'm just sitting there like, you just
Not the
touched my
no-tip.
nipple.
Yeah. So yeah. But like that's the most annoying part for
That's
you.
the most annoying part. I feel like most people know how to behave, I think. But also, like, once you have too many drinks, don't start throwing shit. Don't start like grabbing glasses and throwing them at bartenders to get their attention.
Interesting. People do this too?
Yeah.
Okay.
People are crazy sometimes.
What do you think? How long you've been working as a bartender?
I mean,
In New York.
In New York since I moved here.
5 years.
So 5 years, yeah.
Do you think like between now and 5 years ago, do you think the gay bars are dying now?
I do think so, for sure. Well,
Why?
also,
like
also
how different the gay bars 5 years ago and now?
Well, from my own experience, it's a little difficult because I moved here 2 months before pandemic hit.
Oh, okay.
So I saw some clubs before pandemic a little bit. They seem to be a little more crowded. But since COVID, I feel like people just found out that you can still have fun without going to clubs, I guess. Also, everything's gotten so expensive in New York that people just don't want to drop $300 just to go for drinks.
So the
know?
prices went up.
I think prices went up. People just want to like hook up in their homes. You have Grindr, you have Tinder, you have so many apps for you to just like meet people from the comfort of your home, and you don't have to go to places. So I think that the Grindr or the hookup kind of culture right now, it's switched things where you don't have to leave your house to do anything, basically.
Yeah.
You can order food to your house, you can order boys to your house, you can just basically get it all delivered. So I feel like that's probably the main reason.
What do people like who own bars like say? Are there any ways to bring people back to the bars or?
I guess most people are just trying to figure it out. I just see a lot of bar owners trying to like do different things, bring shows into the bars, try to think of ideas to attract more people to come out again. But I think everyone's kind of like struggling to point out or figure out exactly what the problem is. And we see it especially here in New York City, with like a bunch of different gay clubs or gay bars have been closing down for good. Clubs that have been in the city for over 20 years are like shutting down, and it's just like sad. And I think we as gay people should go out and support your local bars, go out and support gay nightlife. Don't let it die. It's part of who we are as a culture. Let's just keep trying to interact with each other face to face.
Do you think it's also happens because of the parties that are like once or twice per month, different parties? So people just go buy a ticket to go to the party, and then that's it. They pre-plan it. They wait for the horsemeat disco or whatever.
I mean, I'm guilty of that.
You're doing it, yeah.
I'm guilty of that. A lot of the
he's
times
going to the party right after this.
Yeah, yes, I'm definitely guilty of that. I think a lot of people just rather like leave that one night a month or 2 nights a month to just go out, give it all, and then just have a good time. But in New York, I feel like there's different kind of gays. I think it's the gays that like going drinking to the gay bars, and then there's the other gays that like the big parties like Horsemeat Disco or Battle Hymn or Alegria or whatever. I think those gays that go to those parties will probably not go to the bars as often.
Okay.
But the gays that go to the bars, you will probably never see them at the other parties.
So would you call yourself a circuit gay?
No.
Not a circuit gay. What's the difference between people who just go to a couple parties and circuit gays? How would you describe
The music.
The music,
For sure. I think what people mistake a lot, it's that they say circuit parties to any party where there's gay people shirtless, which is a mistake. Circuit is a genre of music where
It's like
it's more kind of like tribal and more a lot of sounds like That's very circuit.
Yeah.
But there's other parties that are like techno parties or horse meat disco, which is just disco, or you go to Balham and it's like disco house and more progressive. And so it's a different kind of vibe. The boys all look the same. The boys are all doing the same. They're all just getting naked and making out with everybody. But the music is what I think makes the difference. For you to be considered a circuit boy is a boy that loves circuit music, go to all the circuit parties and enjoys them. I've gone to the circuit parties and I will go to the circuit party for Halloween for sure.
Okay.
Is it my favorite music? No. I think for me to consider myself a circuit boy, I will have to like the music a lot.
Okay, makes sense.
Yeah.
No, I'm not a circuit boy too. I think it's a lot of stress.
Stress.
You have to like stay up till 5 a.m.
You don't have to.
I mean, I don't know. And you have to make up with like 10 people.
Who says that you have to make up with nobody?
They
Nobody's
say it on
forcing you to
TikTok.
make. You are the one. You have to
I don't
stop
say
living
it
in your
though.
phone.
I don't say that.
You have to stop living in your phone
I
and
do
go
live
see
in my
yourself.
phone,
And
yeah.
go see yourself.
I'm a TikTok gay. I just live in my
You
phone.
don't have to make
Yeah.
out with people. I mean, it's fun. But you don't have to.
You see yourself in New York City, right? What's the best night to go out here? And what's the best place? One night and one best place if you go out. Because people who visit us,
Just one? Can I
Yeah.
give you a couple?
just one. You have to pick one. Besides the place where you work.
Oh,
So,
that's hard. Because the best night to go out, it's at my bar
okay.
on Thursdays.
You can say it's Thursday.
But no,
Thursday
I would
is
say
hush.
no. I would say to me, I'm not saying for other people, but if you're in the city and you are able to go to this party called Battleham, go to that party.
But
it's so much fun.
I think the tickets sell out pretty fast.
that exactly.
So how
if
do you get tickets?
once you know the party's happening, just go on their Instagram, go on their page, and buy your ticket immediately in advance.
Similar to Circuit Party.
It's very similar to Circuit Party, where you're gonna see a lot of boys shirtless, but the music is disco house, and it's fun. It's a great place. Like, people are super fun. You see all types of gays. You see the club kids and the muscle gays and like all of it. You see pretty much everything. But the music is amazing and the vibe is really good. So if you're in New York and you get to go to Battleham, go to Battleham. But if you're choosing to go to a place which is every weekend or every week, just go to Hush on Thursdays. Their Latin party is bomb.
If you like Latin music,
If you like Latin music, go to Hush in Hell's Kitchen, and Thursday nights are great.
all right. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'm gonna bring Sebastian again because look at him, why not? He's iconic. Please go follow him on Instagram. He does a lot of stuff. He has his jewelry too.
Yes.
What was it called?
So my jewelry line is called Desco.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, Desco.
So it's from Colombia.
We
Or you do it over here?
I mean, we sell it here in America, but my parents are jewelers. They make it all in Colombia, and then they ship it to us,
Nice.
and we distribute it here.
Check out his website for this as well, and let us know what kind of comments, and if I'll bring Sebastian, I mean, I definitely will bring him back. Let us know what we should talk about or questions to him, because I'm sure there's a lot of them. I really like how talkative you are.
I am.
Because
I
like
talk a
sometimes
lot.
it's just hard to get people the words out of them, and it's just so easy. They're probably they're probably gonna see it as like, Art, why you didn't talk that way? I was like, because I like to listen.
No, I mean, I do.
Yeah.
I do talk a lot.
I love it.
I've been told that.
Yeah, that's why we
Some
need you
people are
back.
like, "Can you shut up, please? Let us have a word."
No, we need you back because I like how easy it is. All right, thank you guys so much for watching. Smash the like button, check out my VIP page, and yeah, we'll talk to you soon. We'll give you a hug.
All right. Thanks a lot. No, it's so
And
much
now, like, no, it's just this is for preview. So this is to keep you guys watching. All right, see you soon.
Thank you.
All right, that was easy.
That was
Not the 46 minutes.